My horse name was Danny, and Sukmin's horse was named Nat, and as they clip-clopped along through the sunny bush, we were having the greatest adventures of our lives. You see, this was the first time we had ever ridden a horse. We were on a school trip to Australia, and today we were on the Mornington Peninsula about an hour's drive south from Melbourne. Our teachers had brought us to the horseback tours in the little village of Red Hill. I am Vanessa Yu, by the way, and my friend is Chong Suk Min. Riding with us was Ivan Yi, a boy who's in the same class. There were 24 of us on the tour, and our teachers had divided us into groups of 3. Each group had its own riding instructor to make sure we knew what we were doing. When I first saw my horse, Danny, he looked huge. He towered high above me and he gave me a curious look as I approached him. He stamped his foot and made a snorting sound. A saddle was already in place on his back, and hanging from the saddle on either side were things called stirrups. That is where your feet go, our instructor explained. I blinked my eyes, riveted on the saddle. How do I get up there? My instructor laughed. Do not worry, Vanessa. You do not have to jump. She placed a small plastic stool beside Danny. Now stand on the stool, put your left foot in the stirrup, swing your right leg really high over Danny's back, and sit in the saddle. Wow, my left foot slotted into the stirrup. I swung my right leg as high as I could until my butt rested in the saddle. Now, Vanessa, my instructor said, put your right foot in the other stirrup. When I'd done that, she showed me the reins that rested on the front of the saddle. They let you steer the horse. First, shorten the reins so you have more control. Now, when you want Danny to go left, you pull on the left rein, and if you want him to go right, pull on the right rein. Awesome! I watched while Sukmin and Ivan mounted their horses. Ivan's horse was called Shogun. It did not look very fancy. It was brown, and there was horse poop on his back leg. Poor Ivan, he was so jumpy that his glasses fell off, and the instructor had to pick them up before his horse trampled on them. Now, are you all comfortable? The instructor asked. And have you all got a firm grip on the reins? Yes, we chorused. I looked around the paddock. I couldn't believe how high I was. Riding a horse is much more fun than being in a car. You can see everything from the back of a horse. Without using the plastic stool, our instructor swung herself onto a horse and told us, I will ride ahead of you and you will follow me, okay? Excuse me, miss, how do we start our horses? Ivan wanted to know. He was looking at his saddle blankly. Maybe he thought that'd be a key to turn or a switch to press. Easy, you dig your heels into your horse's sides and go, giddy up. Sukmin frowned. Won't that hurt the horse if I kick him? You do not kick him. You just press in with your feet and shake the reins a little. Watch me. I followed her example. I pressed my heels into Danny's flanks and he started walking. Every time he took a step, my whole body rolled from side to side. I was scared at first. I felt I was at the mercy of the huge creature beneath me. Then I loved it. I patted Danny's head. He started to move faster. How do I stop him? I asked the instructor anxiously. You just pull hard on the reins, Vanessa. That will lift his head and he'll know to stop. If he doesn't stop the first time, Just pull the reins a little bit harder." I did as she said, and Danny stopped. His head turned back, and one of his black horsey eyes gave me a strange look, as though he was saying, "Make up your mind, girl. Do you want me to draw or to stop?" "Now," said the instructors, "we have to stay in a single file and leave gaps between your horses. Do not let your horse overtake the one in front or there will be trouble." Horses get very protective of their position in the line. There were so many things to remember. I glanced across the paddock and saw some of our students riding out through the gate with their instructor. Ong Yu-ren and his sister Yi-Yan waved back to us as they headed off into the distance. Then Go Tia-ying and Edwin Lam rode out, grinning from ear to ear. Then it was our turn, so off we went, Danny followed by Nat, with Ivan's horse last, and I wondered what lay ahead.